What up, y'all? It is late. I need to get this video out. But I'm kind of wondering, like, I don't know how I'm going to start structuring these videos because I don't want to just continue posting daily content and it just being like buns. You know, well, not buns. Obviously, I'm still giving out content and value. But I don't know. I feel like if I have to do this every single day, it's gonna like the quality cannot be there. The quantity will of course be there, but the quality won't be there. So maybe after this month I'll decide, but I'm for sure sticking to this month, or at least these 30 days. I forget. But today I want to talk about confidence. I've been coaching a lot of kids soccer, and a lot of people they have this mental. There's a mental game, and I think honestly there's a mental game in life. You know, whether or not you believe you can do something, whether or not you can believe you're capable of doing something, and just stop focusing on those thoughts that the enemy plagues inside of your head. Those thoughts that you're not deserving, those thoughts where you're not confident, those thoughts perceiving failure, assuming you're gonna fail because of your past experiences. That's all what the ego and the enemy wants you to believe. All right. I'm gonna refer to this ego as this younger version of you, or you can refer to it as the enemy. Just understand, like they go together. But a lot of kids, even me when I was playing. That's why I stopped playing. I was so focused on what the enemy wanted me to hear that I was so comfortable in being a victim. I just didn't want to play anymore because it just felt a lot better to be right and know that I wasn't gonna be good enough for that. You know, I'm never gonna be good enough to be a pro, etc. So that's why I gave up on that dream. But hey, it happened for a reason. I'm doing this now, changing other people's lives, right? But I feel like, of course, YouTube, of course, changing lives online, making a community, traveling the world is 100% my overall biggest dream. But maybe God sent me on this side quest to help people around me locally, or maybe even around the world with soccer or just sports in general, on how to get out of your head. And if you are someone who plays sports and you're listening to this, please, I highly recommend you listen. If you believe in God, you believe in God. If you don't, it's okay. All right. You can still maintain this confidence inside of you. So, one thing you need to get clear on is understanding there's two versions of you. One version of you that believes that they're not capable, that they're unconfident, that they're not disciplined, that they're not consistent, that they can't show up for themselves, that they can't keep their word, etc. That's what that person believes. The other person believes quite the opposite. They trust themselves. They do the things they say they're going to do. They're disciplined, they're consistent, and they always show up. So, what version of yourself do you think will succeed more in life? The one who believes they can, or the one who believes that they can't? Obviously, we know that the one who can will achieve more, but it truly does start with a belief. And now something with the belief is that you have to exclude every other belief that goes against that belief you have. Let's say you believe that you're confident, and then everything outside of you that you see or you perform bad in a game kind of goes against your confidence. You gotta just let that be. You gotta let that go and say, hey, what can I learn from this moment? How can I see that maybe I can spike up a little more confidence in this? Let me give you an example. Let's say you mess up. You have a bad game, all right? And, you know, you're having those thoughts, those negative thoughts, like, damn, I could have played better, or damn, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'll get dropped down to the lower team, or maybe even just life, you just get down, right? If you can prioritize yourself, knowing that, hey, this is part of my journey, it is what it is. Let's see what I can learn from this. That is an act of confidence in itself. That's an act of a high self-esteem, because instead of falling into what already what happened, you're accepting and moving into what is. You understand that a thing happened, and you can again move into being that version of yourself that you desire to be, the truest version of you inside of you, the one who is disciplined, consistent, everything you want to be. So you got to get clear. And yes, it's going to be hard. The enemy is going to plague your mind with thoughts that are going against all those beliefs you're trying to set up. But you got to go blind to what you see. You got to just be delusional. And this is what also I don't want you guys to do, at least not yet. I'm not trying to tell you what to do or not to do, but I don't want you to go out there and start telling everyone, hey, I'm so confident. Hey, I'm the best, or start being cocky, because that's from a sense of pride. And that pride, you're overall hiding that fear. So if you start pointing out other people's mistakes, or that they could do better at this or they could do better at that you're doing better than them, You're getting this little payoff inside your ego that the enemy wants you to feed into because you're secretly scared of making mistakes or failing or playing bad, all right? And it's just projection. So once you can surrender that fear of playing bad and understand if I play good or bad, it doesn't matter because I'm still a confident player, that I'm a still confident person, that I am still worthy of living my dream, then no matter what happens, you'll always go in there 100%. There won't be anything inside your head. There won't be anything stopping you from becoming the best version of you besides you. You either decide to listen to the enemy stories or the story that you have for yourself. And now, if you're someone who believes in God, God can come in this a million times easier because all those feelings, those negative feelings that come through your body, if you don't believe in him, simply let it go and just release it. Surrender it to the universe or surrender to whatever you want to believe in. But if you believe in God, surrender it to God. Build that intimate connection with him and truly, truly talk to him. Confess to him. Say, God, I haven't been so faithful in your plan for me. I haven't been able to step into that version of me. Prayer is key. If you can pray to God every night, even when you're in the game or you're in life and those challenges, those enemy thoughts are plaguing your mind, being able to pray and say, hey, God, please, I surrender these thoughts to you. I surrender these emotions to you. I allow them to be here because they're not part of me. And I move into who I am. That's very important. Allowing that fear, those doubts, those negative thoughts to be inside of you and just flow. I want you to think of your truest self as the sky, or think of God as the sky, if you believe in that. I believe in God, not to get it twisted. And every negative thought and every negative feeling is just a cloud passing over to that sky. You're either going to focus on that cloud and live in that cloud, or simply let that cloud go by, vanish, and live back in the sky. It's going to take time to go away. Sometimes you will feel that for maybe a day, maybe an hour, maybe just 30 seconds. But it will flow and it will go away. So simply allow those emotions to be there, and you can, every single day that happens, you'll get easier and easier to let go of. But it's your choice. You're choosing to live in your old past life, the enemy thoughts, the ego thoughts, or you're going to live in God's reality, the reality you chose for yourself. It's a choice, all right? Hope the video helped. I think it's pretty value packed. I'm going to get to bed, or at least get down upstairs because I don't want to. But God bless. I hope you guys enjoy this video. And let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below. I'll catch you on the next one. God bless. God bless. God bless.